Welcome back to the Mac T Show podcast. And before we get started this morning, we want to have a big shout out, a big rest in peace to the King of Blues, B.B. King, who passed away last night at the age of 89. This whole episode we will be dedicated to him. We'll have music throughout the entire thing. Each break we'll play a little bit of his music. And
really go.
We might just let T sing every break.
Really go away,
Oh my goodness. All right, we're jumping right into it. Deflategate. The penalty was handed down. Tom Brady suspended 4 games. The Patriots fined $1 million, also losing a first-round draft pick next year and a 4th-round pick in 2017. The appeal came down yesterday, or the New England's rebuttal and then the appeal. But the New England's rebuttal to the Wells report, a couple key points. They played it up as the weather. They believe the weather still played a role in the deflation of the balls. And all I can think about is Belichick being up there at the podium and looking like Bill Nye, the science guy. Also, they said Brady did not give up his phone because that was a big controversy. Brady did not give up his phone because anything that he would have said with him and the equipment managers would have been on their phones. Was their reasoning for that? There was a text message about from McNally to Brady where he calls himself the Deflator. Their explanation for that was he was in the middle of losing a bunch of weight. He had gotten really, really obese, and he was and that was their interpretation of that. And they also said that the refs were very careless in handling the balls that day against the Colts. They said that McNally walked past officials numerous times. McNally is the equipment manager. Walked past officials numerous times with balls that were completely unchecked.
Well, I mean, the refs, I'm sure when the game started, they don't check balls. Like, they got other things to worry about than you cheating at that point. The ball checking is done prior to that. Just like when they ask the team which ball y'all want to play with in basketball, right, they don't go back and see if somebody changed the ball at halftime at the scores table. Mm-hmm. They just grab that ball and play with it. So during that game, they not saying, "Oh, let's squeeze this and make sure before they set it down." Especially running a tempo offense or having a game going. Come on, people, y'all better than that. All I want to know is the NFL needs to come up with like a laundry list of things. If you do this, this will happen. This is how many games, because
but I mean, it's like they're making it up as they go along, and I mean the lawyers and Brady's agent seem to believe that not only will the suspension be lowered, it might even be gone altogether. I tend to believe that they brought down the penalties they put out there. They put them as high as they did because they knew eventually there would be an appeal and they would have to come down off of them.
Right, and so when they come down, it'll probably be the 2 that they was going to give them.
Right, because like I think I sent you and a couple other people a picture last night. There was a cartoon put out where there's a couple sitting at the table and a Patriots fan. The guy is screaming and upset that they gave Tom Brady 4 games, and his wife is on the other side of the table. And she said, "Yeah, if he'd have punched the football, if he'd have deflated the football by punching it in the elevator, he'd have only got 2."
Right. So they got to come with a list of if this happens, and stop. Oh well, if you cheat, we're gonna suspend you. If you have a bounty, if you have a bounty, we're gonna suspend you for a season. And they just came with that off their head too.
Right.
If you punch somebody in the elevator, then that, and then if you're doing drugs, just come up with a list of all. Just think of as much as you can. I'm sure you got plenty of stories to think of how these people should be fined. So this is foolishness. And what's a 4th round? What's a 4th round pick gonna matter?
I don't know how they came up with. Let's pick a 1st round pick this year, a 4th round pick next year. I don't understand how they come up with that.
A lot of 4th rounders don't even make it. So really, that ain't gonna hurt nobody. Come on.
Right. That first round pick.
These humans, they back at.
Oh, let's see. Moving on into the NBA. The playoffs, they're in the second round. Let's see. I'm gonna work backwards. I'm gonna start from tonight's games and then work from yesterday's games. Tonight's games are the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards. Both game sixes. Game 5, I'll start with the Hawks and the Wizards. Game 5 ended in spectacular fashion. Paul Pierce hits a shot in the corner right in front of the Atlanta Hawks bench to put Washington up with a couple seconds left, and turns to the Atlanta Hawks bench and hollers, "Series," as in the series is over. Then they come down to the other side of the court. Point guard Dennis Schroeder for Atlanta drives in, misses, and Nene from the Washington Wizards has the ball in his hands, stumbles, loses it. Horford takes it. Al Horford, Florida Gators. Al Horford grabs it, puts it in with 1 second on the clock. Atlanta takes the victory. Paul Pierce looks like a GOAT, but you know he'll take it because he'll come back. You know, if this thing gets to 7 games, he's the kind of cat that can close it out.
Well, don't nobody care because they ain't gonna beat Cleveland, either one of them, because they ain't gonna have no answer for LeBron. Like I said earlier, barring injury, which injuries have reared their ugly head, but if you got LeBron, Kyrie been hurt, them the only two they really needed. Now, having Love would have been a luxury, but Cleveland going to the championship, and they might go to 6 games, whichever one of these teams makes it, but Cleveland, like, they ain't gonna have no answer for LeBron.
Right.
And as long as his role players, they stay in their role and understand, I shoot my threes, I run out on the break, it'll all be good.
Yeah.
Rest in peace with B.B. King, and I know B.B. King is from Mississippi, but you know a lot of people probably think he's from Memphis, where he started his career. But him and Memphis gonna rest in peace with them because it's over.
Yeah, with Tony Allen out, the Grizzlies are in trouble.
Yeah, it's over because that's the key piece. If you can't stop, you got to be able to stop or stop one and contain the other.
Yeah,
now they can't do it.
That whole mentality that, you know, a jump shooting team can't win in the playoffs, well, that was true up until the Grizzlies lost their best defensive player. And the jump shooting team getting open looks, they're going to make shots.
Right. And we ain't talking about one person that's just a shooter. Like, pretty much all of them shooting. All of them ain't going to be off all the time. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Right.
I know, you know, and it's not like they're not a good defensive team either. It's not like they one of them teams that depend on outscoring you. They can defend. And
they proved that.
Right, so they are a little different from most high-scoring teams, just like Houston, just want to score and they don't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike them, they do actually defend. So,
speaking of the Rockets, last night's game, the Rockets and the Clippers, Game 6. Clippers have a 19-point lead in the third quarter. Rockets make a big run, take over the lead going into the fourth, and they outscore the Clippers 40-15 in the fourth quarter with James Harden not playing 1 single second. The Clippers, one day they look like a championship team, another day they look like they're not even supposed to be in the playoffs.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have playoff experience. And yeah, your coach got playoff experience, but he's not out there on the floor. Again, all your flaws start to show up in some of these high pressure games. Game 7, they probably gonna lose. Unless Chris Paul and old boy that can jump out the gym, not the Duncan boy, the other one. Was it Griffin?
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Blake, them show up and bring their A game, it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
Because you can't expect. They probably gonna have to play the whole game and hope don't nobody get in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't put Rivers. I can't put my hopes on Rivers having a good game and on the little shooting guard having a good game. Your 2 stars don't show up, y'all gonna be in trouble. Which I don't like the Clippers or the Lakers. The Clippers or
Rockets.
Rockets.
Right.
So, what else?
Yeah. In the other game last night, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers taking care of the Chicago Bulls and putting them out of the playoffs. Hurt my heart because you know I'm a Bulls fan, but I wasn't surprised. I mean, LeBron's the best player in the league for a reason, and if you don't have an answer for him, you're gonna be in trouble.
Okay, so let me say one thing. This is what I didn't realize, that the Clippers was playing at home yesterday when that happened.
Right. Okay, I didn't put that out there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, now this changes a lot because Houston gonna be more comfortable at home, and their fans gonna play a role in it.
Yep.
And winning Game 7 on the road, it don't really matter who it is. It's always gonna be tough.
Yes, indeed.
Well, anyway, I don't care. I'm taking the Warriors and the Cavs to play each other
for the gold. For the gold ball. For the trophy.
For the gold ball, yeah.
Well, I think that's going to bring us to our first break. When we come back, we'll stick with NBA. We'll talk about Tom Thibodeau possibly being out as the Chicago Bulls head coach, and we'll also preview the upcoming draft lottery. We'll talk about what we think about that, and Tia give her thoughts on who the Lakers should select, wherever they shall be. Stay with us. Thank you for listening. Welcome back to the Mac and T Show. Jumping right back into it, we got the Chicago Bulls. Tom Thibodeau, excuse me. Possibly could have coached his last game as the Chicago Bulls head coach last night. It's not necessarily a situation that you usually see where the players are wanting them to really go. I mean, Derrick Rose even said it. You know, he doesn't know what's going to happen, but, you know, he hopes he's back. But it's more him kind of headbutting with upper management. And, you know, Jerry Reinsdorf and Jerry Krause, they've been known to, you know, cause tension with their coaches from time to time and their players.
I think he's had a good run.
Yeah, he has. And
it's his fault that Derrick Rose been getting hurt these last couple of years when they probably really had opportunities. But he'll find another job. He's a good coach. He'll find another job. And Orlando, I think, got an opening. Right. And I'm telling who else probably getting fired.
Well, I know right now. I know where. Yeah, New Orleans Pelicans, a young team.
Oh, I meant the Pelicans. That's what I meant.
The New Orleans Pelicans, they got an opening right now, and they have a very young team. And him coming in there with his defensive mindset, that would do well for them. I really truly believe. And with a last name like Thibodeau, he'll fit in fine in New Orleans.
Right. Yeah, that'll be good for them. And what he has got to do, and I don't know that he doesn't have it now because I don't know a lot about his bench, but he has got to find an offensive-minded coach.
Yeah. Where
he can focus on his defense, but you got to score points in this day and age. This ain't when you just say, oh, well, even the Lakers don't score points. And with Shaq and Kareem and when Boston had Kevin McHale and all them.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be able to put up the points. And it really don't seem like that's really a focus for him. So he got to get an offensive-minded or offensive guru to be on that staff with him. Say, all right, you're the offensive coordinator. I'm the defense coordinator. And I just had to find a say.
Right. Draft lottery is coming up. I believe it's next week. Just so happens that it is the 30th anniversary of the 1985 draft lottery that is still widely criticized as it being an NBA fix job where the New York Knicks got the first pick and selected Patrick Ewing. So I could see them helping out either the Lakers or the Knicks once again here 30 years later.
Well, let's just say this. They owe us. They They owe us. Old NBA commissioner screwed us over when we was gonna get Chris Paul. That hurt us a lot.
And it's been a downward spiral ever since.
Like if you've heard any of our podcasts, it ain't like I'm just so in love with Chris Paul, but I understand the man can play.
Right.
He's a solid player, and he would have been a good piece to be building around right now instead of what's happening with during COVID. Anywho, they owe us one for that foolishness, and but they probably we won't get. Neither one of us, the Knicks or the Lakers, get picked.
Let's put it like this. Okay, say the Lakers get the first pick. They don't have the best chance of getting it, but if they do, who, as a Laker fan, do you want? There's the Towns kid from Kentucky, and there's Okafor from Duke, or the consensus possible #1 selections. Who are you drafting if you're the Bus family?
If I'm the Bus family, this whole potential word, it's nice, and a lot of people have potential and never come to fruition.
Right.
I like Okafor as far as, he's not 7 feet with 6'8", 7'8" wingspan, that's quite quick. But offensively, he's polished. And it looks like he's actually worked on his game. Like, you just don't have good footwork, and obviously highlights, they make you look good. But some of the things that he can do offensively, I love. And we need somebody that we can't wait for 4 years down the road for you to get better. We need somebody that can step in right now and give us 15-10. And I think that he can do that.
Yeah, I think he's the most NBA ready to jump in there.
He's got a big body. It ain't like you gotta wait for him to get stronger, which is something that Carl Townsend or Carl Anthony, whatever his name is. He's young. Both of them, Okafor, 19?
Right, yeah, 19.
So it ain't like Okafor don't have no potential. He haven't capped out where he gonna just end. He ain't gonna get no better, we hope. But I would take Jaleel, and I liked him when I saw him. I've seen Duke play several times. And I like his footwork. He's not, when he gets double teamed, he don't panic. He don't, he wasn't crying when the little guard was taking over. He was playing team ball. It wasn't a big deal that he wasn't the man. And not to say that these other guys would, but Towns' athleticism is nice, and I just really seen him wind up being a good defender and rebounder.
Yeah. I just feel with a stable of post players like Okafor, and if Julius Randle comes back and is anywhere near what he was potentially going to be, and you got Clark. I mean, they have a good stable of young, talented post players. They just have to get rid of the old, broke down guard.
Get rid of Kobe Bryant. Half of our problems would be solved. Because let's say we got the second pick, even to get Towns wouldn't be the worst thing ever.
No.
But and a lot of people saying whoever's gonna take Towns first, so we can still get Okafor. But you get one of the bigs. You got, like you said, you got Randall. Then you got Clarkson that had a heck of a year, and he's a 1-2, 6'5", good size, good handle, can create, score, rebound. And then if they bring back the lefty Davis, I liked him. Right. Good role player pieces. And then
North Carolina.
Yeah, if we get one superstar. Now I'm not a fan of Kevin Love, but the boy can play again. He's not a superstar. He's a star, barely. But you get him, and then like I heard somebody say, him and old boy in OKC, they supposed to be good friends, and he from LA.
Russell Westbrook.
Little Westbrook over there. That's a nice piece.
Yeah.
We're back in the game, y'all.
Yeah, I mean they could turn it around real quick in Laker Lane.
Watch out, World. Well, I don't know about Byron Scott as a coach. I like Byron Scott as a player. Still not sold on him as a coach, but we'll see.
Well, we're gonna take another quick break. When we come back, we will talk about the two police officers that were killed in the line of duty in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazier. Excuse me. It's already crazy. It's getting crazier, and it's getting closer to home. But we'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about last night's lip sync battle when we come back on the other side. So thank you for listening, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mac and T Show. This past Saturday, there was two police officers in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who were killed in the line of duty. We got Benjamin Dean, a white male police officer that was pulled up to the scene, had a traffic stop, called for backup, which wound up being LaCorey Tate, who was a black African-American male police officer. They were both wound up being shot. And Dean didn't approach the vehicle until backup arrived, so both were going to it together, is how the reports laid out. They were both shot and killed, both taken to the hospital, obviously, and were pronounced dead on arrival. The charges, let's see, we have Marvin Banks, who is brought up on 2 capital murder charges, and he is being held without bail. Curtis Banks, his brother, and Joni Calloway, who is Marvin Banks' girlfriend, are they've been, I don't know if they've actually been released, but they're on bail for accessory charges. And a friend of the group, Cornelius Clark, is being charged with obstruction of justice. There's also 2 more people that haven't released the names of a person of interest that they're looking into. This is just getting more and more ridiculous as it goes along. If it's not cops, killing, people saying senselessly killing young African Americans, wherever it is, it's getting worse and worse. It's going both ways, and it's just no sense in it.
So the humans are back at it, and apparently this is what humans do. And the only difference is now, because of all of the media outlets, we are seeing and hearing more about this. Because, not making light of police being shot, but police are, shot. Like I went to the Oxford had a memorial for police officers that had fallen in line of duty or whatever yesterday.
Right.
And I went over and 5 officers had been killed in this state. And I think that they came up with 9 FBI agents, some have been killed. Now, I ain't heard anything about only the 2 that happened in Hattiesburg, but some other ones have been killed too. And so it just depends on what is more exciting, like we talked about, for the media to put out and start talking about if we hear stuff or not.
Right.
The humans got to do better, but I don't know that they will. Pray for peace. Thank you. Come
out. Let's see, just some key points on this actual event. It's the first time a police officer has been killed in the line of duty in Hattiesburg since 1984, and it's the second time since that date where it was 2 officers killed at once.
So this is my thing, though. Now, some of these laws, my heart go out to the families and everything, but if I'm John Doe's girlfriend and we're in the car and we driving and I'm driving. They like, don't pull over. But I'm like, no, I'm not about to run from the police officer. And then they start shooting the police. I don't know why I should be in trouble for capital murder. Because she very well couldn't have had anything to do with it. She might not have known. Now, she could have.
Right.
But...
yeah, and all the facts hadn't come out yet. That's just what the immediately was brought to the media's attention.
Well, but that's the thing is, though, when she can't afford a decent attorney, them charges may or may not be lowered. And then she ain't going to have nothing but a public defender to say, just take this plea deal.
Right.
Say you can tell on them or something for a lesser charge.
I just and I mean on a lesser scale, it's like the law where if you're driving, I'm in the car with you, I don't have my seatbelt on. It used to be you could get the ticket as the driver. Now they've changed it, and it's the person in the passenger side that doesn't have the seatbelt, they get the ticket. But it was for a while that the driver could get the ticket.
Yeah. Which I guess I could tell them to get out of my car.
Right.
But I got my seatbelt on. It's a grown person. Get him the ticket. But
bottom
anyway,
line, this is senseless. It's senseless killings. It doesn't need to happen, and I just don't know where we can go to make it, to make it stop.
Well, again, this ain't the first time officers been killed. Not making light of it.
Right.
Our senses are just heightened because we've been hearing about all the police that have been killing citizens, and now the shoe is on the other foot, and then you had the humans that decided, oh well, we'll shoot these two random police officers in New York or whatever happened up there. Wasn't it in New York?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the random cops in New York, and so now your senses are heightened to it. But I'm positive that somewhere police officers are being shot at, or whatever, and nobody. It's not on their radar until, like you say, it comes close to home, and you're like, oh Lord, that's down the street. I know people that live in Hattiesburg, whatever.
Right.
Because incident happened in 2012 or 13 where black male gets pulled over. He gets out. They get him out of his vehicle. And every one of these officers were white males. One got him in a chokehold, punching him in the face. The other one got him on the ground too. After they beat him up, he blooded him, and they got him to the station. Somebody found the video of them laughing and making jokes about what they had done to the man. Right in his face, he was still cuffed, sitting over. He needed to go to the hospital because I think he had a concussion, whatever. One of them even went so far as to lay down on top of like a small cabinet and reenact when the guy was laying on the ground getting punched.
Oh,
and they all just thought it was hilarious.
Wow.
But see, ain't nobody heard of that. And again, I troll YouTube from time to time to see stuff. And that's the only reason I even know that happened.
Shout out to YouTube. Podcast on YouTube every week.
And so, it's stuff happening all the time that we don't hear about, and the media picks and chooses what they tell us about and what they feel like they can get more of more hits on their site or whatever from. But it's a crazy world we live in. Thank God that I woke up this morning in my right mind, because it's crazy out here in these streets.
Yes, indeed. Well, moving on to a lighter topic, lip sync battle. Last night's episode was, you had this battle of the siblings, Derek Hough and Julianne Hough. Both are famous for their roles in Dancing with the Stars. Derek Hough is right now a dancer. He's one of the main dancers on the show that dances with the stars, basically. No pun intended. And Julianne is now a judge on that show. But let's see. Just getting right into that. Derek started off the show with Can't Hold Us by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. I thought he did well to start off with that. I mean, he kind of got the crowd into it because it was a song that's, it's now and it's happening and they loved it. Like I said, I thought he did well. Julianne's first song was all about that bass. by Meghan Trainor. And once again, they had a surprise guest, and Meghan Trainor came out in the middle of her doing the lip sync. She came out and did it with her, and it was, got the crowd excited, got the crowd into it. And I think the first round, I think Julianne probably took that one. Second round, Derek Hough came out with Chandelier by Sia. I know Sia just from the award shows and things like that. I don't listen to her music, so I didn't know the song. But when he came out there with the wig, with the white wig on, I knew that, he was trying to, be her. He did well. I mean, he can dance. He can dance, and when your lips moving while you dance, you do well on this show.
Right, that is what's supposed to go down.
And then I think lip sync battle is officially over. Because I think Julianne, the listeners will not be able to see this, but you will. You're gonna see this is my face when Julianne did I Just Had Sex by Lonely Island featuring Akon. Now, this is a song that originated on Saturday Night Live, but this was my face when she's in the middle. I went, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I was sitting there and I was like, lip sync battle is done. It's done. They're gonna take it off the air. Oh my gosh. Right. They're a little bit more raunchy but it was just like she stole the show. She right. She did it, and the fact that she did it in front of her brother, the look on his face was more priceless than mine. It was hilarious. And obviously she won the belt. She took the belt because you couldn't have given it the belt to anybody else at that point. She had it.
I didn't even know they were siblings.
Right.
I usually don't pay much attention to people's last names.
Right.
I didn't know they were siblings.
Well,
if this hadn't happened, I would have just been in the dark.
Well, Julianne, like I said, took the belt. She beat her brother, and apparently whether she had won or not, she was not going to let him live down the Sia Chandelier moment with the hair and with the wig and all of that. Next week's episode might be something to look forward to. Salt and pepper.
I have plenty to talk about at family reunions, dinners, and all that, Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you remember that time when Derek had on that? Oh, don't bring that up.
Well, next week they got Salt and Pepper coming to the show. Salt and Pepper. Yes. They are battling each other. Salt versus Pepper.
Okay. First, let's just say, I can't think of which one because I never know which one is which. But one of them.
And that ain't their real names. And I know that people, I don't know their real names at this point. So, Salt and Pepper.
The short of the two with the black hair.
Right.
She, like they had a reality show back, I don't know when. And she real like Christian based or whatever.
Right.
On the earth. And you wouldn't think that she ever sang Let's Talk About Sex or none of that the way she was acting. And the other one a little more out there, so I'm interested to see what song choice they made.
If one of them don't do Push It, I'm gonna be upset.
No, that's too weak. They gotta do something else.
Oh.
They probably sing some other female rapper song.
Yeah,
they probably need to redeem that Push that Mike Tyson did with the celebrity.
Yeah, where he was beating up the stage.
Yeah, where he was fighting himself.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be something to look forward to. But sticking with the entertainment, Pitch Perfect 2 coming out today. Go see it, people. Everybody go see it. The pitches are back.
The what?
That's their slogan. We're back, pitches, because
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I didn't know anything about the. I didn't know about the Pitch Perfect 1. So.
Well, I my first time seeing the first Pitch Perfect, I was like, okay, that was fine. Then group of my friends wanted to go back and see it. We went back and I went and saw it a second time, and I liked it. I really liked it again. Then I saw it a third time when it came out on DVD. Liked it again, and it's like I picked up on more and more that I wasn't catching the first, and I watch it all the time now. I love that movie, and of course that brings us to week 5 of hashtag Anna K Date Brian.
Oh, Lord.
So Anna Kendrick, I'm still looking for you. I'm waiting on you. Hit me up. Hit us both up. Get it trending, people. Hashtag Anna K Date Brian on all your social media platforms. Get the word out. She's been busy. She's been on all the late night talk shows promoting the movie. She's been putting herself out there, but she'll need some downtime eventually. And who better to share downtime with than your old boy BMac?
Well, yeah, okay. Good luck. Good luck, Anna. Send him a tweet. He'll be happy with that too.
Yeah, just respond. Don't be shy and act like you're not getting all my tweets and all my mentions.
Yeah, send him a tweet. Just send him a tweet.
If she just retweeted me one time, I'd probably lose my mind. But
so, well, yeah, and I'm all about comics, and so Supergirl is coming out, people, on CBS. You see the trailer on YouTube or wherever. You can even go to CBS site, and they got their upcoming shows. And
speaking of CBS, I'm not gonna mention it because I know you have not gotten a chance.
Don't you say nothing.
I'm not gonna say a word because I know you hadn't got a chance to get on the Scandal episode from last night, but all our listeners that did, oh my. Season finale last night. We'll talk about it next week's episode, but yes.
Because I haven't seen it yet, people, but OMG. My heart Shonda rhymes.
Yes, indeed. And we are coming up on our season finale for us as well in 2 more episodes. We will have our own season finale and take a little break and be back in the fall just in time for college football. So everyone get ready, looking forward for that, for 2 more episodes. We'll see what we have in store to end our season.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
But like always, we want to thank you all for listening. Keep coming back. Keep giving us those views and giving us them likes, and keep getting the word out there about our podcast. And as always, let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to hear. You can hit us at BMac, the letter N, T show at gmail.com, or BMac, the letter N, on Twitter, at BMac, the letter N, on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to hear. But like we say every time, it's been a great show. We thank you all for listening. And as always, I am Brian Mackay, and I am with... And this is the Mac and T Show Podcast. Thank you for listening.